How you doing, everybody? This is the ONC Boy, and I'm doing my old tabletop review of Cold Steel's Holdout 2, and this is the 4-inch version. Holdout 3, I believe, is 3-inch, and Holdout 1 will be 6. It's coming out, and I'm usually a 4-inch blade preference kind of guy, if not something smaller, and I really feel that when I seen this, it was pretty much a must-have as soon as I saw it. It's modeled after an old Scottish version of a black knife or scondu, and Cold Steel really hit it out of the park with this one. I really like it. It's got a excellent grip to it. I mean, as soon as you hold on to this thing, it's really just, you feel such a great grip into it. I had some concerns, of course, naturally, that there was no finger control to stop it, and getting a little closer examination, this does provide a bit of somewhere for your finger to go. If you're right-handed, left-handed, it's a nice choking point. The jimping itself, some may feel doesn't do it for them, but I gotta say it's relatively adequate for what I need. And if you need to do any touch-up for yourself, so be it. But the holes really did it for me as well, because it does give a place for all 4 fingers to go to, and it really just provide that G10 material is awesome. It really is unlike any other knives I've had. Maybe a little rough on your pockets at first, and time will tell on that, but all in all, excellent knife. I've seen many review this as primarily being more of a tactical only type of knife, but for myself, I'm going to have to rate this one as EDT rather than EDC. I would say everyday tactical. Maybe I'm just making that one up, maybe somebody else has before, but I gotta say, I think this could really definitely fill the bill as far as being a great everyday carry knife, and also a tactical option if need be. And this knife is pretty awesome. It's incredibly light. It's, I believe, only 4.2 ounces, and it definitely feels it. It really just dances around in the hand. It's pretty easy to maneuver, and it's pretty awesome. It's got a 5-inch handle along with that 4-inch blade, which gives you an overall length of 9 inches naturally, and because it's so light, and because that G10 is just so grippy, you really have some great maneuverability with it. It's so light in the hand, and these finger holes really do provide a great gripping option, because once your one digit here goes right into that crease of the handle, all 4 fingers naturally just fall right into place to really give a good choke up into a nice solid grip that's really not going anywhere, whether for thrusting, hacking, or what so forth. But also the pocket clip here does also provide that as well, for getting your thumb into one place here, into one of those holes, maybe into another for swinging it around, need be, if you're going to go for a reverse type of grip option. But because that is a 5-inch handle, you do have the other option of maneuvering this knife around. But all in all, really awesome. Very happy with it, and time will tell. But I do see myself carrying this quite a bit. Again, that to note that handle material is extremely grippy, and yes, I could see that G10 doing a number on some finer jeans. One thing I did have to do, is I always have to do with my pocket clips, is I did have to adjust that out, and my little recommendation is taking that clip off, whether that be with a Husky to get those screws out of there, and clamping the very fine end of this in there, bend it out. If you don't mind that clip being so tight on there that you're yanking your pocket out, so be it. But as for myself, with pretty much every cold steel knife I've had to do that way. When I do have this in my pants, I am not yanking it out. Now, I didn't have that problem so much, but I know for myself I like to give that much space where the knife more or less just hangs into there. It's pretty loose in the pocket and I have easy access to it. Now, one thing I will note about this particular knife is that when it comes to flipping out this knife, I can't just naturally just flip it out as easy as I have with other knives. And it's not a matter of getting a good purchase on that pocket clip, but more I've noticed with these particular triad locks from Cold Steel is that I'm going for a complete follow through rather than a flick out, and I have no problem doing a follow through out opening of the knife. Now, granted, if I want to add a nice flick of the wrist, yes, it can flick out. And you know what? So be it. I have no problem doing that. It's just getting a better familiarity with this particular tool, and that's cool with me. You know, just every weapon, every tool is different to handle, and you just got to make exceptions for others. And this one here, it's not really a big sacrifice to do. And I guess maybe with a little bit of time and extra effort with working with this particular knife, maybe that'll ease up on me. But time will tell again. Just got it. So this is the knife. It's pretty awesome. It's got a nice length to it. Razor sharp. And one thing I also noticed that with this particular knife, just from a martial defensive aspect, that I like to apply with most of my cold steel knives is as an alternative kabutin or striking weapon. And with this particular one, I did notice with the way the top of this knife gives the perfect place for your thumb to just sit right on top. It's like it was designed just for it, for nice striking. And really, you can't beat that. But all in all, very happy with it. Gonna have a lot of fun with it, and I think you would too. So enjoy. This is the ONC Boy, the Cold Steel Holdout 2, and once again, highly recommend it. Great EDT. Take care out there.